Let's use our homemade barometer to predict the weather and compare our predictions to the professionals' 1-day and 7-day forecasts. You're going to need your homemade barometer, cloud identification charts, a 7-day forecast, and the datasheet. Let's have a look at the datasheet. For each day, we'll be recording the actual weather using the standard weather icons: sunny, partly sunny, cloudy, or rainy. There's room for a little bit of notes, so if there's light rain or a tornado, you can put that in there too. And for each day, we'll be recording the cloud types. There may be more than one cloud type. We'll be using our cloud identification charts to specifically identify the type of clouds for that particular day. The next column is where we'll record our barometer reading. And notice that there are two icons. This is where we'll record whether the barometer is falling or rising from the day before. This is our weather prediction. You'll see how to do this as we go forward. The last two columns are where we'll record the professionals' 1-day forecast and 7-day forecasts. As we go forward, I'll show you how to do that. So let's get started. Using the 7-day professional forecast, fill out what the professional forecasters are predicting for the next 7 days and for the next 1 day. Now take your initial barometer reading, in my case it's 2.5, and record the actual weather and the cloud type. On day 1, I went out and checked the weather. It was cloudy and rainy. I grabbed my data sheet and began filling it out. I noted that it was raining, and I noted the types of clouds. In this case, fog and nimbostratus. I then checked my barometer. In this case, it's reading 2. That means I have a falling barometer. That's my prediction, too. It means that it's going to continue to rain. Next, we check and add the professionals' 1-day forecast. They're predicting it's going to rain. That's the same prediction that our barometer is telling us because it's falling. Notice that the professionals are already getting a bit squirrely. In the 7-day forecast, they had predicted it was going to be partly cloudy tomorrow. But now, in their 1-day forecast, they're predicting it's actually going to rain. The next day, we do the same thing. We go out and check the weather. We find that we have stratus clouds and fog, but no real rain. So both the professional prediction and our prediction were kind of wrong. We check our barometer, and it shows 3. That means we have a rising barometer, so the weather should improve. We check the professionals' prediction, and they too are predicting better weather, partly sunny. On day 3, we had stratus clouds. I noted that we had no sun, so we were kind of off a little bit there because it wasn't really partly sunny. We check our barometer. It shows a 2. It's falling, so we're expecting it to get worse, probably rainy. The professionals predict the same. Note that the professionals declared today mostly cloudy. Not particularly where we were, so maybe it was kind of a draw on our prediction. Day 4 was a pretty dynamic day. It started off with nimbostratus clouds with fog. The barometer moved up from a 2 to a 2.5, almost 3. The professionals are predicting mostly cloudy. Professionals changed the 7-day prediction from raining to mostly cloudy. As I mentioned, today's weather was pretty crazy. It started off with just a little bit of rain, but then turned into a sunny or partly sunny day, which means both the 1-day and the previous 7-day forecast got it wrong, as they predicted rain. Throughout the afternoon, there were all kinds of clouds. Here we see some lower stratocumulus clouds on the move, and up above them, cirrocumulus clouds. In the distance, there were a number of large cumulus clouds that did not seem to be producing any rain or lightning, so they were not cumulonimbus clouds. The day ended with very high cirrostratus clouds. Because there were so many clouds in the sky that day, I recorded them all. I've been taking barometer readings once a day, but today was a good example of showing how the barometer changed throughout the day. In the morning, it was at the lowest I've ever seen it, at about 1. At about noon, it was sitting just around 3, and by the evening, it was just below 4. So the barometer was steadily rising, indicating that a high-pressure system is moving into my area. That means that tomorrow's weather should be pretty good. The day started partly sunny, and then stratocumulus clouds filled the sky for the rest of the day. The barometer is rising to 3. The Professionals are predicting morning showers. Note that the professionals got it wrong. They predicted partly sunny, but it was really mostly cloudy today, and the 7-day forecast had predicted rain. Day 6 had a variety of clouds, but mostly cumulus and stratocumulus clouds. The barometer held steady at 3. Professionals predict tomorrow will be cloudy. The professionals got it completely wrong. Both the 7-day and 1-day forecasts predicted rain, but there was none. Our barometer predicted the weather would be about the same, at cloudy to partly cloudy, and that's exactly what it was. And on the final day, it was largely cloudy. With cumulus and altocumulus clouds, the barometer holding steady at 3. The 1-day forecast by the professionals was pretty good. The 7-day forecast, however, was wrong. The professionals predicted rain, and it was simply cloudy. Using our data sheet, we can make some observations. First, let's compare simply the 7-day forecast and the 1-day forecast. The professional weather forecasters changed their mind 3 times from their 7-day forecast to their 1-day forecast, which means that the 7-day forecast is not all that accurate. Next, let's compare the 7-day professional forecast with the actual weather. Here we find that the professional 7-day forecast was wrong on 5 days, so it's not that accurate. Next, let's compare the professional 1-day forecast to the actual weather. In our sample, the 1-day professional forecast was wrong on 4 of the 7 days. That's not very accurate. Our homemade barometer took the day. The homemade barometer was wrong about predicting the weather on only 2 of the days. In this sample, a homemade barometer made with a simple jar, balloon, and a straw was twice as good as the professionals. Thanks for watching. Let's fire up your own barometer and see if we can't beat the professionals with their satellites and radars once more.